Well, I blinked and then it was day 11 at the Winter Olympics in Beijing. Of course, this is Winter Prime, the morning edition. My name is Mariah Ramharak. I'm hanging out with Gerard Morrisili. Gerard, day 11 already. However, Norway, they continue leading the standings. A total of 12 gold medals, 7 silver, 7 bronze.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mariah. Good morning to all our viewers. Norway starting to command their lead, of course. 12 goals now. Yesterday they would have had only 9, so they added 3 to the tally. Yeah, and still Germany there behind them, trying to catch up. 9 gold medals they have, in the USA rounded off the top 3. So things are remaining the way that we left them since yesterday. So we'll see. Norway some ways ahead now, but we'll see how things go later on.
Yeah, they also have the most amount of medals in Beijing right now, a total of 26. And just to segue into the next talking point, they actually won gold in the men's speed skating team pursuit earlier today. Very special for them because, Gerard, they were able to do it again. They are the first nation to win 2 successive gold medals in this event, and the event was introduced in 2006. So really, really top stuff from Norway as they add another goal, and we're talking about the men's speed skating team event.
Yeah, they won in a time of 3 minutes 38.08 seconds, and the team pursuit is not an easy competition, or should I say easy event. So you have to be very precise, work as a team and try to get the control as easy as you can, but they executed well. Norway, of course, worked as they needed to, got their team together. They were compatible. They understood each other, did what they needed to do, and decided they did well enough to make it to the finish line before their opponents did.
And I always find it very difficult when you're doing team events, because at the end of the day, you're not only responsible for yourself, Gerard, you're responsible, and you have to be very conscious about the rest of your teammates.
That's
right. So that this makes the event a bit harder, of course, ensuring that everybody's in sync and doing similar things to ensure that you bring home gold. Now in the women's equivalent, we had Canada, Gerard, claiming gold in that speed skating team event. Canada won in an Olympic record time, and it's the first time that Canada is winning Olympic gold in this women's team pursuit. They now have a total of 17 medals in Beijing.
Yeah, 2 minutes 53.44 seconds. That's the new Olympic record, just outside of the world record. But they did well enough to make it to the line first. And the Canadian ladies, they looked confident, looked comfortable as well. They were on the track. I guess they were, shouting out the instructions to the front. And I always find it amazing how how synchronized these teams are.
Yeah, they're in sync.
The moves, they move together. They try to do it, and see there was a fall there that really cost. Yeah, that fall there that really cost their opponents to go. Japan to lose out on that gold medal, but.
It's a lot of focus, as you can see. You have to be focused. You can't fall. You can't slip. You have to keep up with your teammates. It's a lot of multitasking going on there. So if you're not a good multitasker, that event is not for you.
Yeah, it's tough. But they did well. The Canadians, unfortunately, Japan there was a slip and fall there that really cost them that medal. But they still walked away with silver. So that's fine.
Yeah. And Germany, Gerard, for some time on this very same show, we've spoken about them leading the medal standings.
Yeah.
They're not leading anymore because Norway has overtaken them. But today they were able to sweep the 2-man bobsleigh event. Francesco Frederick winning gold, and Germany, this first nation to sweep the medals in a bobsled race.
I saw that event this morning, that final heat, and they were really competing against each other. I don't know what it is about the sliding sports and the Germans and the Netherlands and the Norwegians, but the sliding sports, bobsled, luge, skeleton, those sports are their bread and butter. And bobsled, they just executed perfectly. There were a couple knocks, but the competition was really amongst themselves.
Okay.
And they they all wanted that gold medal, but I think they were all content with moving and getting forward and taking that 1, 2, 3 spot instead of getting that gold alone. So they were fine.
Well, I'm wishing Francesco Frederick happy birthday. His birthday is on February 18. What a way to celebrate.
That's
of
right.
course, he would have won himself a gold medal. You can't want anything better than that. Now, Gerard, we did have Caribbean participants, which we've been, zoning in on Winter Prime, the morning edition. The Jamaican bobsled team, a bit unfortunate. They finished last in the two-man bobsled. Trinidad and Tobago, they finished 28th, so they failed to advance to the fourth heat. Not the type of showing that we would have wanted. Of course, we are shooting for the stars. We want gold as well, but we're bearing in the back of our mind that these athletes are going up in very uncommon circumstances. COVID-19, many of them going to the Winter Olympics for the first time, not getting as much practice as the rest of the participants, being aware that we don't have snow in the Caribbean. So all these factors aside, I'm still very, very proud of our Caribbean participants.
Yeah, and I think we all should be in that regard, because I don't think that we need to be too hard on them. How many of us ever think about doing a winter sport, because we don't have snow here? Like you said, we have sun, hot sun, and a lot of us, when we go to visit countries which do have winter, it's quite tough for us to adapt. But we must be proud, like you said, Mariah. I think they were happy. Trinidad and Tobago wanted a top 20 finish, but they were outside of that. However, it seemed that they were comfortable with where they finished, and I'm sure that they found out where their weak areas are, both Trinidad and Jamaica, who would have lifted their flag at the end and salute their people. But they would have found their flaws and work on them. They have 4 years to work on it, and they would come back stronger next time.
Yeah, we're going to head across now to the home team, China. And their teenager, which I think is very miraculous and amazing, Su Yiming, winning the men's snowboard big air title, Gerard. What do you make of, these youngsters coming to the Winter Games and, of course, taking the opportunity, making the best of it? No average performances from these youngsters. They're setting new standards. They're young, and of course, just setting the platform for their own future.
And he dominated this, because after the first 2 runs, they were basically saying that they should give him the gold medal now.
See? Dominant from the start.
After the first 2 runs, he had 92 points with 2 1800s, landed them perfectly, or close to perfectly, because he got 92 and not the full 100. But he did well, and the first 2 runs landed them, taking the first spot, and then all he needed to do was complete the other one in order to just cement that gold medal. But he was happy. He said after the event, "This is my first Olympic Games, and I just wanted to enjoy it," and that he did. He enjoyed it. When he landed that last jump, you can see the jubilation on his face. His family was there. He wanted to do it for his family and the people of China and Beijing in particularly, and he did so. And so congratulations to the Chinese.
I always am a strong believer of once you enjoy what you do, once you love what you do, you'll always reap the benefits. Well, we're going to move to talk about another teenager, a bit of a contrasting story versus the good one that we spoke about with Su Yiming. We're talking about the ROC's Camila Valieva, a story that I've said is very, very close to my heart. Of course, more information coming to hand that the reasons they're giving for her testing positive for a banned substance. They're saying that her positive test was due to contamination with her grandfather's medicine, Gerard. For me, this doesn't seem like all the facts, but that's my personal view on what's taking place. I do expect more information to come to hand, to surface as they continue to investigate. All I will say, though, is I'm very concerned for this young girl's future, and I'm very concerned for her mentally, because these things take a toll. Yeah,
well, she's competing now, and going into Thursday's free skate, she's leading with 82.16 points after the short program today. But if she does win, which is interesting, Cass, well, there was a ruling that the medals wouldn't be given out until she's fully investigated. But a tough blow, and we'll see how things play out on her end at the end.
All right, Gerard. Well, that's a wrap for us today. Of course, we invite you and remind you that we're bringing you the best of the action in Beijing 2022 right here on your home of champions. If you haven't downloaded the SportsMax app as yet, you can do so right now because you won't want to miss a moment of the action. Goodbye for now from myself and Gerard. You continue to take care. Stay safe.